Dear Mark Hamill, my name is Justin. I am the host of a podcast called Stinker Madness. Each week we start our 30-minute episode with a parody commercial. Usually this entails the three of us on the show doing voice acting. Poorly. We often struggle with impersonating celebrities and movie characters. One of us in particular has trouble reading her lines. One male host, who is not me, has trouble staying sober, but I am not going to name any names. I'm happy to share examples with you so that you understand how bad these impressions are.
Hi, I'm Chuck Norris.
I will not drink the Merlot. Shit, damn it.
Of course, I'm a Terminator.
Hemingway once wrote, "The world's a fine place and worth fighting for." I agree with the second part.
Actually, I'm a glitter vampire. Your face is booked.
Is she fast? She's the ship that made the Kessel run in 12 parsecs.
You use my name, Stone Cold, and my lawyers will screw you. Not with a condom, with a can of whoop ass.
I'm making an effort to keep it as real as possible as I can, and I'm efforting towards suing your honky ass.
Good afternoon, and here's your news. This just in. Former President Taft, eaten by wolves. Audio at 6 p.m. Come, Jack. Let's show them what being a bilingual country split in half by different cultures, with a puppet government that's still under the thumb of British monarchy, all while being perceived as a clone of the more powerful and wealthy Americans is really all about.
Chew on my lead eater. Delivery from Punches R Us.
Not convinced? How about these?
I'm just riding the waves of success from Mean Girls and Herbie. I can't believe I'm in a graveyard with a strange man hunting for vampires on a school night. Pull off those duds, Sky Sailor, and let me see what you got.
Excusez-moi, while I take a puff of my standard French cigarette. I drink 3 bottles of wine just before noon, and I'm holding a baguette.
T-bars and all, my senoritas is stepping on your feelers, but you don't hear me, though. I have to collect more energy so I can open the mystery box of the day in Resource Collection Village Build Saga on my phone. Oh my god, I can't even believe I slept with you.
I understand if you need to take a break and listen to Zep 3, Rubber Soul, and OK Computer all at the same time to expunge the sounds you've just heard from your mind. Vomiting is understandable. I am writing to you today because I am hoping that you would like to become my best friend. If you would like to do that, I would be happy to have you on the Stinker Madness podcast with me. Mark, you do not yet realize your importance. You've only begun to discover your power. With your incredible skills with voice acting and my ingenious writing, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy. It is your destiny.
Whoa, hold on. You're going to throw us under the bus and play clips of our acting and then ask Mark Hamill to replace us on the show, and your pitch to him is just to give him the same speech that Darth Vader gives Luke Skywalker. Are you gonna tell him next that you're his father?
Yeah, thanks a lot, guy. It's a pretty dick move. I feel it's only fair we give this son of a bitch a taste of his own medicine.
But sir, we angels are like Ken dolls down there. How shall we ever make babies with no tallywhackers? Lucifer walks in here with his crown. Da-da-dum. He's ruined all our careers. We've got to warn Adam Sandler that he'll ruin his career too. Woo! What's in the box?
The Frog Brothers were born ready, also prematurely.
God gave me a great body. Science made it a killing machine.
So, did we figure out if he is Mark Hamill's father?
Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. We got the Stinker Madness.
Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness. I'm your host, Justin. I've got Sam and I've got Jackie here. How are you guys?
I'm rolling on the river.
With the homies?
Yep.
Oh, you're
What?
rolling on the river.
With the homies.
Yeah, rolling with the homies. That was the song in Clueless, dude.
Like the perfect mashup.
that was
for,
their number one summer jam of the summer. Rolling with the homies. You don't remember Clueless?
Yeah, I do. It was fun.
Right. Paul Rudd rules.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. No, it's about Barbie girls. Whatever. The movie this week is Midnight Ride, starring one Mark Hamill and Michael J. Dudikoff. I don't know if his middle name has anything to do with J. I just like calling him Michael J. Dudikoff. And Robert Mitchum.
Yeah.
I never thought Robert Mitchum would ever appear on Stinker Madness.
I think there's a couple more opportunities. He made some very poor choices at the end of his career.
Jackie and I recently tried on Netflix to watch the Winds of War from written by that one guy, long-winded son of a bitch that wrote movies about or books about World War II. What the hell is that guy's? Did War and Remembrance. Anyways, Robert Mitchum's the main guy, and He wasn't good in Winds of War, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And we only got an episode and a half in of this 15-hour miniseries before we were just like, you know what? I think we're good on this shit.
Yeah.
So
That's funny.
there's hope. There's hope. But Midnight Ride. This is a fan request from Van Diver, our Facebook fan Van Diver. So shout out to you, buddy. And I believe his first name is Matt.
Matt.
So that's cool.
Hello, Van Diver.
Van Diver. It's like a
It's a sweet last name,
It
dude.
is a pretty sweet last name. It's much better than Mark Montana.
If he had like a
Diver.
van with a wizard on the side of it,
That's
and then the license plate was Van Diver, that would be totally
only
badass.
if it was a camper van with something sweet painted on the side of it.
I said a wizard on the side of it.
Well, that's
Yeah,
pretty, okay,
dude.
fine. While you were saying that, I was thinking that it must also go underwater. It's an amphibious camper van with a wizard on the side of it, so it's Van Diver.
Van Diver.
Yeah, submarine camper van. You could camp on the bottom of the ocean if you wanted to. It's kind of hard to start a campfire that way, but if it floats your boat, hey, I've got some hate mail.
Oh,
All right.
good.
Yeah, we got thrown under the bus again for picking movies that people think are good.
Oh, which one was it this time?
Ed.
No, nobody thinks
It's
Ed is
not,
good.
it's not Ed. Surprised.
We think Ed is better than this film.
Oh.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
What? That
What?
There
Oh.
are people out there. That's what I'm
Angry?
saying. It's got a fucking 3.5 rating on IMDb because people seem to think that this shit was good.
It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
So here's what I did. I put out our episode on Reddit with the title of like Mortal Kombat Annihilation. It should be in the bottom 100, if not the top 20. So I kind of made a bold statement and I said, obviously that we thought it was incredibly boring and looked
Yes.
like shit and
Yes.
was just shit the whole time. It was
Yes.
just too goddamn boring for the most part. So here's our comments. From Dilly D says, I realize that this is clickbait hyperbole, but if you really think that this should be in the bottom 20, then you need to see more bad movies.
Oh.
I don't even like MK, but there is so much worse stuff out there. Here's the deal. In our free time, 4 bad movies a week, plus 1 reviewed. That's 5 bad movies a week.
Every week.
Every
At least.
week for over a year, just in the length of this podcast. Just in the length. Now, between the 3 of us, I would be willing to say that we have seen every single one except for the Bollywood of the IMDb bottom 100 movies. And the only reason we haven't seen those is because they're fucking all 4 hours long.
They make them too long. It's really tough. And you have to read it. Which, there's mostly singing and dancing, so there's nothing to pay attention to, but...
I say to Dilly D, if you think we need to see more bad movies, you need to see more bad movies.
Yeah.
Because there is so much more awesome shit that is worse, or just bad, than this. There's nothing redeeming about Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Nothing. It is one of the worst films ever made. Boring, lame, looks like crap, poor acting,
Yeah.
bad dialogue. How is it not?
There was a period there before Roman moved to Vegas that I was doing about 8 a week.
Yeah.
For like 2 years.
Yeah.
And that I've been doing this since I was old enough to have my own video card.
I am the sole reason that Netflix is a success today because I was their only member and I was buying all their goddamn bad movies or renting all their goddamn movies when they started. I'm telling you, I've seen them all. Jackie, you have a rebuttal?
No, I do not. I think you covered it. Thank you.
There's the bad. Mark,
Yeah.
seriously, Mark Hamill, call us.
Get down now.
This one is from, I guess, Gendo Lookin', Gendo Lookin'. He says, this movie is bonkers on so many levels. From Raiden's new do to Sonya be completely clean in a scene following a fight in mud. Oh, and don't forget Luke Kane's ridiculous backflip over a missile. Oh, how I love this film. All of these things fall into my argument. They sound awesome on paper. Awesome.
Yeah.
In practice, you are tuned out by that point.
Yeah, by the time it does anything even remotely fun, it's lost you for about 30 minutes. And then its climax is just horrendous special effects, like unviewable special effects.
As we said on the podcast El Sista today, this isn't a board. Last but not least, this is from JW Universe, one of our pretty serious fans. JW comments on a lot of stuff. He says, yes! Finally, I hate this movie. It's horribly terrible. Laughing my ass off. Movies that are worse than this, Catwoman and The Love Guru by a long-ass mile. Great show, guys.
Well, that's
Thank you.
Yeah,
We argued on the episode. I think we all agree that Catwoman is worse.
the worst movie that we've done.
Love Guru is kind of borderline for us.
Yeah, I really hate the Love Guru.
Yeah, as do I. So there you go. There's our hate mail for this week on Mortal Kombat Annihilation. We'll see how much anger we can cause with a movie that nobody's ever heard of that may be good. I have kind of expectations that Midnight Ride, again, with Mark Hamill.
I've got a surprise name in the boring bullshit that might pump you up a little bit.
Oh, yeah. No, I have a feeling that this is a good movie packaged in a shitty movie. I think that's what we're going to get in.
Oh, yeah? We'll see.
Anyways,
there's a name involved that you're gonna it'll pique your interest.
Yeah, so there you go. There's your hate mail. If you want to send us hate mail or like mail, whichever, we'll take any mail. You can go ahead and send us something at talk@stinkermadness.com. Hit us up on Facebook or Twitter as well. Just Stinker Madness on both of those guys. If we think you're cool enough, we'll even put you on the goddamn show, like our upcoming guest, Mark Montana. No,
Wait, Mark
Martini
Montana.
Shark. Never putting Mark Montana on the show. Actually, if Mark Montana did want to get on the show, I would let him on the show.
Yeah, even if he was sort of snide and kind of a problem.
Babs is the greatest the whole
Because
time.
what is he going to do? Like, if it was a radio show, you could ruin it by just going, fuck, piss, ah. But if you did that to us, we'd be like, yep, fuck, piss.
Fuck, piss, shit.
Fuck,
Yep,
piss.
don't
Fart,
care, dude.
fuck, pussy.
Anyways, streaming do's and don'ts this week. I got a couple gems for you. Actually, we're going to do 4 movies. 2 of them are not streaming. But first off, the streaming ones. Templar Nation on Amazon Prime.
Did you look up the guy's name, the actor?
No.
Oh, he's the worst. He's the worst
Look up
actor.
his name.
Because we should know him as the worst actor
I'm never
who
going to
has
see
ever
him
lived.
again in my life.
Oh, he's so bad.
Templar
I loved
Nation,
this.
It was amazing.
Vanity Piece gone awry.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
it's the sword guy that produced it.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And
he
it's
was such
him.
a dickbag in the movie, too.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I don't just know about swords. I know how to use them.
Like,
Sure you
yeah,
do.
you do, as he cuts off his own nose to spite his face.
Yeah, and then there's a climactic battle scene at the end, and he gets his ass kicked. He's the only guy that loses in a sword fight in this movie, the guy that knows about swords and how to use them.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like when
What
they
a
were...
douche.
It wasn't just that point, but like at every point of the movie, the visuals are betraying the dialogue. Because you're like, is that what you're saying? Because that's not what I'm seeing.
Yep, not at all. Not at all. Oh, we should mention Eric
Estrada
Estrada
is in the whole movie despite dying in the first 2
and
minutes.
got paid his day rate. And the whole movie is about them finding this hidden temple that just has normal guys living in it.
They're like, just go there all the time.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just like next to somebody's, there's like a tunnel next to somebody's apartment. They just go into their apartment, go down to the bottom floor, and
there's no point to the whole movie.
none.
Because they go to a place that's already, they discover something that didn't need any discovering.
Right. That their
By-
friends have already discovered.
The people running the show are already using it as their base of operations. And the only thing they did was a byproduct of leading the bad guys there by trying to find it in the first place.
Well, you know what? How dick is it? I'm a Knights Templar. So are these other dickbags, but I haven't been into the secret Knights Templar room. Like, you...
No, they had
must
been
not-
in there.
No, I don't think that the
Like
Knights...
Cowboy Joe? Cowboy Joe had been in there. Or
but
Indian Joe had been
not
in
the
there.
professor. And he was like, I am a Knights Templar.
Oh, yeah, he'd never
Yeah.
been in there.
And I'm like, yeah, well, they probably don't like you very much, or you haven't paid your dues because they didn't let you into the secret meeting.
So they're already there with chicks.
Yeah, let's find these guys that I'm a member of.
The president of Earth is already there with his girlfriends.
Yes. So
What?
dumb.
He's got a nice sweater, too.
What makes me really confused about this film is, how is it not a thing? Like, if the room is such a fucking thing, why can't this be such a fucking thing? It's got every single thing in the film on screen, not outside. I take none of the Tommy at the screenings and people bringing footballs and
Yeah.
spoons. None of that fun factor. If just
I-
what is on screen of the room isn't this, then what is it? Because I think it's the
So
exact
I
same
think
goddamn thing.
I will compare it to The Room and also to another Vanity Piece gone awry, Titanic 2.
Yeah.
And I think it's directly in between. Because Titanic 2 is just goddamn unviewable.
Yeah, I'm with you.
The Titanic 2 was nearly impossible to watch. It was not fun. It was boring.
I have not seen this. I didn't even know this existed.
Yeah, you watched Titanic 2.
I don't think she did.
You
No, I
just
didn't.
Oh, really? Yeah. I'm pretty
How
sure
can there
he
be a
did.
second Titanic? The first one drowned.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, they try to explain that.
Yeah. Anyways, Templar Nation, I think, is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
me
was
too.
really
I loved
something
it.
else.
It looks like an abort after about 5 seconds, and then
You just
somehow
gotta stick
you
with
just
it.
are sucked into it
So
because the guy is so bad.
that's what got me to keep watching, is that I realized I'd been laughing for 20 minutes hysterically because of the way that he was delivering his lines so poorly. It just with like his like I am the greatest actor of all time, and I just couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
And I realized, well, I've been laughing at this for even though this is horrible, I've been laughing at it for 20 minutes.
Yep, it's brilliant. Loved it. Do it. Next up, Jackie and I did this on our own. It's called Monster Squad.
Yeah.
Monster Squad. Maybe people might have heard of this.
I've heard of Monster Squad.
This was, I think, 1986, right in there. Nobody is in it, but it is take the Goonies and instead of pirates, put in all the classic monsters from the 30s, Boris Karloff and Lon Chaney. If it was one of those guys, they're in this. So you got these kids. They're the Monster Squad. They deal with monsters.
I feel like I may have seen this when I was a kid.
It's fucking nanners.
Is it?
It's great. And I was like, how the hell hadn't I heard of this ever when I was a child? There's some pretty potty language in it. I guess maybe my mom wouldn't have let me for that reason. I don't know. But I looked it up because I thought, well, maybe it's just me. This movie flopped big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd never even heard of it, but I mean, I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
I thought it was a blast. Cheesy, silly, boy adventure movie. The fat kid is no Jerry O'Connell or Chunk by any means, but he's still fun.
Yep. Spying on the neighborhood, hot girl.
Yeah. No, it was a great time on Netflix right now. It just came out. The cover you'll instantly recognize as something that you should watch, and I say watch it.
Me too.
Monster
it was good.
Squad. And there's like one of those cheesy 80s rap songs that had to be in every children's movie
Yeah.
by white guys at the end of it. Monster Squad, do Monster Squad. It's pretty fun. The non-streaming movies, Sam, I'm going to let you take lead on this since they're your films that you bought for $1.
Yeah, why we get to include these in the stream, because you can just go down to your Walmart right now, and in the bargain basket for $2 or $3, you can get both Captain Americas.
1978 and 1978's Captain
Captain America.
and Captain America 2, Death Too Soon.
Yes.
Oh my god, these were hard to watch.
The first one is just bad. The first one is like, are you guys going to start making Captain America yet?
Yeah, we should mention that it's your Hunter from the Future. What's
Yes.
his name? Anybody got his name remembered?
Red
Beasley?
Braun something or like that?
Yeah, I don't know. Tough guy. His
He's
arms
real-
are fucking
He's
huge.
a big dude.
Real big forearms. Like, I am pretty sure that there's not anybody who could out arm wrestle that guy. But yeah, he's Steve Rogers. He's not quite the buffoon that
Reb Brown.
Peyton Manning's lookalike was from 1990s Captain America. But Captain America doesn't show up in the first one.
He comes in the last like 2
Barely.
minutes. 2
Barely.
minutes of the film, he's there. And I'm like, oh my god, seriously.
And it sucked because it started out so fucking bitching with him like cruising along the PCH in his fucking bitchin' van that may or may not have been aquatic. And like, hey dude, let's bust some surfboards. And then he gets in like some... The bad guys just want to take him out because he's good at stuff, I guess. I don't know.
He's an ex-Marine.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
like booby trap
Well,
the road with oil. And
They
like,
know
oh, he's dead now.
that he's the son of Captain America,
Oh, the original Captain America.
which was only a nickname.
Right.
Even though at the end they're like, this is what he used to wear. Wait, was it a nickname? Because that looks like a costume that says Captain America all the way.
We should move on to Captain America 2.
Because
that's
it's the
we
one
really
to
want
watch.
to talk about.
You just sort of have to watch the first one to get to the second
That's
one.
the unfortunate thing about these two is the first one sucks. I would say do not, except for you have to
Because
watch
you
the second one.
You won't have any idea of what's going on.
None.
I just say don't do it for either one.
Really? You didn't
Really?
enjoy
I
the
liked
second
the
one?
second one a
With
lot.
the motorcycle business and
The hang glider?
hang glider? Oh my god, I loved the second one.
No.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with the second one. Like, the second one was Captain America 2. We're done fucking around.
I think you just got too much like of a hard-on for Chris Evans, and everything else that's Captain America sucks ass.
I didn't like the first Captain America with Chris Evans.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
I did.
I thought it was okay. I really liked Captain America 2.
Yeah, I
Too
did.
soon, though.
Oh, I like both Captain America 2s. So for me, the theme is I don't like Captain America 1, either one, but both Captain America 2s, thumbs up.
It's too bad that Albert Pyong never got a second look at
Captain America.
1990s Captain America, because who's to say that it wouldn't have been the best,
Yeah, it
according
could
to Sam.
maybe. I would have hoped that Peyton Manning would have done better in the second one.
We should also mention for our international listeners what Sam and I are drinking this episode.
This episode is brought to you by Kakta.
Kakta, the national drink of Slovenia.
It's flavored like something.
I cannot drink it. It's so damn gross. Took a little sippity sip, and I'm like, oh no. What is this supposed? Is this a Coke ripoff? But then it says caffeine free on the side of it. So you're like, no,
Every
it's
time
not.
I put it in my mouth, I'm like, this is going to be when I figure out what this is supposed to taste like. And I can't.
It just looks like soda, but it's not soda.
It's even in a bottle that has the same brand colors as Coca-Cola, yet it's called Kakta.
It's like if you left Coke in the sun.
Yeah, it is.
But then you put something in it, and I don't know what that something is.
And you left the cap off of it, so there's no fizz.
Yeah, it's just like, what?
Anyways, there you go. Sam, you got Good Neighbor, Bad Neighbor
I
this
do.
week?
We're going to do a Dudikoff Good Neighbor,
Oh,
Bad
nice.
Neighbor.
I like it.
Starting with Matt Hunter. But Matt Hunter is fun because he's played by two people.
Matt Hunter from such films as...
Avenging Force and Invasion USA.
Right, so we're
Matt
just
Hunter...
doing Dudikoff.
Well, no, you can do Matt Hunter as a character. So,
Okay.
But you have to take into consideration that he might hit you with so many lefts that you'll be begging for a right,
Yeah,
and that his house fucking explodes at one point.
yeah. And he lives on the bayou. And if you... The one thing I know
He
about
has a
Matt
neighbor.
Hunter is he had a neighbor.
And that neighbor got shot.
That neighbor got shot to dead.
Yeah, dude, I'm thinking bad neighbor at this point.
I'm going to toss in that armadillo, though.
The armadillo makes it.
I know, the armadillos are cool. If your neighbor had a dilla, how can you say he's a bad neighbor?
Is
He's
it
got
worth-
an armadillo.
Is it worth getting shot over?
Let me think about that. Can I get back to you? No, I can't. No, bad neighbor. It's death. Guaranteed death.
Yeah, scary. And he doesn't, grow into a better person by being played by Michael Dudikoff. He's
No, his
still
buddy dies.
just a bad neighbor.
The
and a bad
one guy
friend.
that never dies in any movie dies in Avenging Force. His Matt Hunter's bestie. You can't kill this guy. Everybody dies around Matt Hunter.
Yeah.
Including his enemies. But
The area of effect is
Yeah.
he's like Steven Seagal.
Yeah. Jackie, bad neighbor. Good neighbor.
Oh, yeah. Steal his armadillo and fuck that guy.
Yep, I'm with you. Take his fan boat, too. Fan boats are sweet.
Private Joe Armstrong.
From such films as...
American Ninja 1 through 5.
Ah, yes.
Actually, 1 through 3 and 5.
Does he even have a home?
He lives at the base.
No, that's
the
right.
base where everything around it gets exploded.
Yeah, dude, what is with this guy? Every place this guy lives, explosion.
Explosion.
Like, why would you want to be his neighbor? You would have no pubic hair left.
If you enjoy being on fire.
Or limbs.
Yeah. If you like being exploded on a daily basis.
Bad neighbor.
Bad neighbor.
Yeah, bad neighbor, dude.
But I'm going to swoop in here with a possible good neighbor.
All right.
Jersey Bellini.
From such films as...
Bounty Hunters 1 and 2.
Oh, I am fucking in.
Yeah, because he's a terrible husband.
Uh-huh.
He's a shitty bounty hunter.
Uh-huh.
But he's probably like the guy you want to live next to.
Well, no, again.
Does his house get
His
exploded?
house gets exploded.
Yeah, dude.
And
So
I think
this is
this
not a
time it
throwing
was
in a
his
curve.
fault.
Yeah, he actually blew up his own house.
Yeah, dude.
But he didn't blow up your house.
Yeah, but you still got to go pick up the shit out of your yard after his house finishes burning. And
Of all of the good neighbor, bad neighbors that Michael J. Dudikoff's characters could be, he may be the best. I'm going to go ahead and say bad neighbor.
I'm kidding. Yeah, he may be the best, worst neighbor. You know what? I'm just starting to think that Sean Bean dies at the end of everything and Dudikoff's house just gets blown up.
And I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
I fucking love Michael Dudikoff, dude. God, if I could only have more Michael Dudikoff movies. Well, there you go, Sam. Why don't you tell us about Midnight Ride?
should I bring you in? Here you go. 'Cause we're gonna take the midnight ride. Do, 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 midnight ride with Mark Hamill. Oh, midnight ride with Mark Hamill.
Vroom, vroom.
Vroom, vroom. I think there is some cars in this movie.
All right.
Director Bob Bralver is a stuntman. We've had some other directors, notably Hal Needham, who started as stuntmen, but Bralver really he's a stuntman who got to do some movies. He also directed 3 movies and various episodes of series like Hardcastle and McCormick, The A-Team, Knight Rider, as well as one of my favorite stinker series, Riptide. Riptide is a lot of fun. It's not a good show. It's somehow made it like 4 seasons, I guess. The other 2 movies are Rush Week, a slasher preceding this one by a year, and American Ninja 5.
Hell yeah.
He served as stunt coordinator on Diagnosis Murder and the Father Dowling Mysteries.
Heavy stunts. 2 shows that are known for
Old
guys
men
doing
solving
backflips.
crimes. And that's just, it's so weird. He's the stunt coordinator, because there's going to be some bad guy stunts that you have to do, like jumping over things.
Or cars.
Yeah.
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 And there's stunts because
Old people jumping over cars.
Well, we know that old people like to crash cars, and you definitely need
Yeah.
the stuntman for that.
he
Country
probably
Kitchen is just going to get demolished in the Father Dowling Mysteries every episode.
Yeah, I just don't understand why both of those series made it for a while. And it's like people who shouldn't be solving crimes, the show. A doctor who solves crimes and a priest who solves crimes.
Hey, Matlock. If Matlock can do it,
Matlock doesn't, he just wins cases.
yeah, but he solves the crime.
Sometimes
Because he points at the door and says, the next man that comes in is the killer, and then he solved the crime. The guy's not even on trial. He's just in there to
Yeah.
deliver pizza,
Well, no.
and he turns out to be
No
the
one
killer because
comes-
Matlock knows
no one comes in
everything.
the door, so his guy gets off. Crime unsolved.
No, yeah, because of reasonable doubt. That's right.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
Dumb.
Matlock is a terrible show. On the silver screen side, he also was a stunt coordinator for Space Jam.
Yeah.
oh my God.
His first credit is stunts for I Spy. Hopefully he didn't take any crib notes from Cosby. Oh, is it too soon?
Always.
Is it too soon?
It will never be on time.
All right. Have you ever seen I Spy?
No, I have
It's
not.
a good show.
Oh, okay.
Now this is where things are going to get exciting. Producer Ovidio G. Asonitis
What?
is the reason I am excited about this film. Ovidio kicked around for quite a while. His first film, which he directed himself, Beyond the Door, eventually made over $40 million worldwide. He's known for putting together a crazy picture. Piranha 2 bears little resemblance to its predecessor, but it is a wild ride. His Jaws-inspired octopus movie Tentacles turned some heads. Most recently, the hosts of this program watched his opus, The Visitor, with John Huston.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yes. And Franco Nero as Space Jesus.
Yeah, that was a crazy ass
Crazy.
movie.
This is the
I've
guy
heard
who's
good things about Tentacles. It is in the Stinkernomicron.
Yeah, I've heard good things about Tentacles as well. He also did The Curse with Will Wheaton, based on a short story by H.P. Lovecraft. When Yoram and Menahem left Canon, he took over as CEO for like a year before it went under.
Huh.
This is one of the pictures made by Canon under his watch, so this is going to be an Ovidio picture. This should be nuts.
Do we now have a Canon count?
I don't know. We're
Canon
flirting with
movie?
double digits, I think.
Yeah, 6 or 7, I want to say.
But this isn't really a Galan Globus.
Sure, but it's still canon.
It's still canon.
Yeah, along with even the Michael Dudikoff movie that we watched recently that we both really enjoyed, the maybe the 3rd best Vietnam movie of all time. That now we can't even fucking think of the title because
Platoon Leader?
Oh yeah, Platoon Leader.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with Dudikoff.
That's not Golan Globus.
And then it was. It was Globus and Avi Lerner.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
But they were both still CEOs.
Yeah. All right. Continue.
I've talked about Mark Hamill at length on this program. If you like the comedy and the good times, he's a good social media follow. The Facebook post with him looking for his father, Darth Vader.
Who is me? Maybe.
Maybe you.
Maybe you.
It's funny enough that I've been laughing at it for about 2 months. I think he took it down because it was horribly insensitive.
I'm going to have to check that out.
Well, you can't find it. I was looking for it because you've seen a lot of this stuff with the photo of the person holding up the handwritten note that says, "I'm so-and-so, I was born here, I'm looking for my real parents." It was somewhere in
No, I didn't know this was
Tuscaloosa.
happening.
No, I do not see that, Sam.
There's a lot of these that are just going around heavy the last 3 or 4 months, and then
My heart
one
hurts
day
now.
I went on, and there's Mark Hamill sitting on his couch, and he's got a handwritten note that says, "I was raised on Tatooine by my uncle Owen and Aunt Peru," and just details the exact same thing about how he's looking for his father, and the last time that anybody saw him, he was on a Star Destroyer.
Oh my God, that's
And
awesome.
I was like in tears laughing about it, but then a couple of days later, I was like, "That's really insensitive."
It's pretty insensitive, but
Dude.
funny. Still funny.
totally insensitive and completely funny.
Yeah.
Like,
Funny. It qualifies as funny.
oh my God, that's
Well,
hilarious.
it doesn't have,
It's ironic
you know.
and satirical at the
Some-
same time. There's no better humor than that. That's like all of the humors
Yeah,
put into
it's
one.
all the humor. Dudikoff is still a dude. We've talked about him a lot on the program as well. One thing I don't think I've ever mentioned, he was in Tron. Yeah,
Yes, he was. I did
he was
know
in
that.
Tron, yeah. Robert.
Zoom.
Okay,
That was
go
my
ahead.
Tron. That was my Tron sound effect. Zoom.
That's a Tron sound effect.
Yeah. Zoom.
What part of Tron does
much
that
as I
happen
got.
in?
When the frisbee comes at you. Zoom.
That's not actually that bad.
Yeah.
Robert-
Woo! Sound effects over here.
All right. Robert Mitchum will be making his first and probably only appearance on Stinker Madness. AFI rated him number 23 on the list of 25 greatest male screen legends. At the end of his career and life, he was doing shit like this. Beyond his greatness, he is the original beef. It's what's for dinner.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, Mitchum was the first beef. It's what's for dinner guy.
Was he also the Marlboro Man?
He was not. That was William Smith.
Yeah.
There was some indiscretion in the middle of his career as well, as evidenced by his Calypso album, Calypso is Like So.
That's the worst album title I've ever heard in my life.
Yep, I listened to 17 seconds of the track Coconut Water, and that was more than enough.
Coconut water?
Yeah! On the cover, he is being a capital douche. He's like sitting on a table with some scotch in front of him.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then there's a broad behind him that is a 10 if I've ever seen one.
Huh.
She is good looking.
He probably banged her.
Probably.
Well, not for his Calypso music.
No, it was not just that he did a Calypso album, which is because he went to Jamaica for a movie or something. He's like,
While I'm here,
get into this Calypso.
he went to a party and had a really good time and was like, I love this Calypso. I can
do it. And
Yeah.
then it wasn't just like, I've got a small experience with something. Now I'm going to tell everybody how it's done. Ugh. He also did a country album. It peaked at number 35 on the country charts
Yeah, that's not bad.
because a bucket of monkey shit could hit 40 on the country charts
That
as
is-
long as it was sad.
That's true.
What was it? It wasn't that Red Shoes one, is it?
No, what the hell are you talking about?
I'm gonna buy these shoes
No,
from my
Robert
mom, you
Mitchum.
see.
That
What
is.
are you talking about?
She can beat Jesus with a new pair of shoes
I'm
on.
not so sure you know who Robert Mitchum is.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't think I know who he is
Yeah,
either.
okay. Savina Gersak has top female billing.
Gersak.
Yeah.
It's like a bad disease.
I think that she might have been the one behind the recipe of cocktaw or
Cocktail.
whatever it is we're drinking. She looks really familiar. I don't know why. Again, one of these that like I know who that is. Then I look at the filmography. I'm like, no idea who that is. Keep an eye out for Scream Queens, Pamela Ludwig, and Leslie Dean.
I don't know either of them. Got any film credits?
Yeah, I didn't think
they're
you were going to
around.
ask for them.
Town Dreaded Sundown and Bloody Valentine, probably, I'm guessing. 'Cause everybody was in those two.
Yeah,
no, Pamela Ludwig wasn't in Sleepaway Camp, but she looks like the gal who was.
Okay. Well, there you go. Well, the movie is currently on YouTube, so make sure to check it out on our website. Just go to, well, I guess you don't have to go to, because you're already on our website, so just click the damn link and watch the fucking movie, and then come back to us on Monday and listen to us talk about it. And then feel free to write to us on Reddit, because I'm going to post this on the Bad Movies Reddit, or on our personal Reddit, which is, I believe, reddit.com/r/Stinker Madness, or just email us at talk@StinkerMadness. In the meantime, get to the chopper. Thank you for listening to Stinker Madness. If this is your first time, we hope you enjoyed it, and we'll come back to listen more. But now, we'd like to ask all of our listeners for a small favor. We aren't ranking as high as we'd like, and we need your help. Would you please take just a couple of minutes to rate and review us on your preferred listening platform, be it iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever else you can. It takes many hours each week to bring you this show, and just a couple seconds of your time is a huge help for us. And for those of you that have already done this, we say thank you.